How did he convince you, given that he said, I'm going to have the best of the best? He didn't do it. Now he tells Bobby it's because the lobbyists, the last people in the world we thought he was going to listen to, told him to do it. Why do you have confidence in him if he was able to make such a boneheaded move?
All right, what he didn't understand last, and let's talk about generals, right? You think, oh, they're generals. No, 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 they're people. That means half of them are Republicans and half of them are Democrats. So after 8 years of Obama, who are the 4 stars? They're all Democrats, because you have to think about it now. Who do you promote past 2 stars? All politics. So he puts Mealy in, he puts Madison, he puts Kelly in, he puts McMaster in, because he thinks they're generals. But they're all Democrats, and he eventually figures it out, fires them all, and now they're all disgruntled ex-employees. He just made freshman mistakes that he's now a junior or senior. He knows exactly what he wants. He can bring in the best people. His policies are clear. You have never seen anything like it because, let's face it, I run transition. I'm recruiting. Yesterday, I talked to a guy who runs a $100 billion public company, and he's helping me. So I've got the best 150 Republicans in the United States of America, from Chuck Schwab to Mark Rowan.
So you're only hiring Republicans?
Yes. What a shock. The Republican president is going to hire Republicans who are going to be fidelity to him, his policies, and him, because he's the CEO. Why would you pick someone who's going to try to go the other direction? That would be silly. And we saw it with all these generals. They thought, I know better than him. I know better than him. That's just not true. They went the wrong way, and that's what was the mistake.
But how do you make anything better, Howard, if you pack yourself with fealty over people who are just good at it and can work with the other side and give you different ideas? How do you get anywhere better than where we are right now?
So you think it's trouble in 80 million Republicans to pick rock stars? I promise you, it is easy to pick rock stars from either side. Okay, Democrats can pick rock stars. Republicans pick rock stars. When it's your company, right? He's the boss. He gets elected. The concept of these people working against him needs to end. Everybody's got to be going where his policies go. Tariffs, he says, is his favorite word in the dictionary, right? Put tariffs on China. Have companies stop paying their corporate profits in Ireland. I mean, really, these things are so obviously true. He's going to do it. Elon Musk is working with me. We're going to wring the waste out of the federal $6.5 trillion. How much waste is there? Elon thinks there's $1 trillion in waste. It's called
Elon
Doge.
Thinks? What does he know?
What does he know?
Smart guy, genius. I'm a fan of his work. I'm frankly a fan of what he's trying to do with Twitter, or X, to be honest. He's wading into politics, talk about freshman mistakes. He's making some. But Elon Musk is who the American people are supposed to put their faith in, that he knows how to slim down government.
He knows how to slim down government because there's facts. There's 2.9 million federal employees, 3 million contractors, and the highest they get paid is $183,000. $183,000, and they never get a raise. So they stay there. Let's say you're a general, and you're getting paid $183,000 for your whole career, and then you retire. What's the first job you take? With a contractor who you sent billions, tens of billions, hundreds of billions to, and you know what they do? Then they get paid a big, giant salary, big, giant bonuses, and they make it all back. Every general, everybody's giving away our money. Our money is flying out the door.
So you're going to stop people leaving government and working in the private sector?
They should stop, and we have too many people who make $183,000 who are just giving away our money. And once you think about it, you say, my God. You know the things I've learned? Here, the Department of the Interior, they have so much real estate. So I'm trying to figure out, why do they have so much real estate? Each office needs to be 1 day's horse ride away from the other one. And you're going to look at me and go, stop, Howard, seriously. You're making that up. Oh, no, I'm not. 1 day's horse ride. When did horses go away? I got to tell you, it is so silly, ridiculous, and absurd.
So why didn't he do it the first time? He didn't have Howard Lutnick, I got you. He didn't have Elon, fine. But he said he was going to have the best of the best. He said he was going to drain the swamp. He said he was going to do these things. None of them happened.
He picked, unfortunately, he made freshman mistakes. You got to agree, he made freshman mistakes. He picked generals who were Democrats.
I bet you he won't agree. Will he agree?
He doesn't have to agree. I'm here talking, okay? He knows what tariffs are. He knows how to deal with China. He knows he broke Iran, okay? He closed the border hard, record border, hard, remain in Mexico, closed it, right? He told China they couldn't buy 1 barrel of oil from Iran. You buy 1 barrel of oil, I'll put tariffs on you. He broke Iran. They were
But the tariffs are a mixed bag, right? We saw in India, we saw in China, they do retaliatory tariffs. And you could argue that that was the root cause, or one of our inflation problem. Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.